Welcome, loyal listeners, to another episode of the Caffeinated Librarians. Mayapack Public Library's Pop Culture Podcast. I'm your main host, Lewis, along with my co-hosts,
Katie,
Simona,
Joe, and as far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a librarian.
Nice! That's a way to go. I like it. Obviously, you guys know what we're talking about. We're talking about the 1990 classic Martin Scorsese film, Goodfellas. It's Martin Scorsese's unforgettable film of Nicholas Pileggi's true crime bestseller, Wise Guys. Wise Guy, not Wise Guys.
wise guy.
So, actually, funny story. Martin Scorsese, I guess, was reading this book while he was on set for another movie, and afterwards called Pileggi and said, I've been waiting for this book my entire life. And Pileggi replied, I've been waiting for this call my entire life. Mm-hmm. And that's how the Goodfellas story started. Goodfellas premiered at the 47th Venice International Film Festival, where Martin Scorsese received the Silver Lion Award for Best Director. If I ever got an award, I'd want there to be a lion.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
It's a pretty dope looking award.
Is it?
Honestly, yeah.
Oh, nice. It was given a wide release in North America on September 21st, 1990. In the year 2000, it was deemed culturally, historically, or aesthetically significant and selected for preservation in the National Film Registry by the United States Library of Congress. So we're talking about the upper echelon of movies.
Okay, I have a really dumb question here. The Library of Congress, can you just go there and look at stuff?
Yeah.
I don't think that's a dumb question because I have no idea.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
are the Congress people like the librarians?
No.
Now, okay, I've been eagerly awaiting because there was some weird deal when Jerry Lewis died where he was like, The Day the Clown Cried, which is his notorious unfinished film that was so offensive it was unbelievable.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's there?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and he was it was supposed to come, they were supposed to have a screening of it, Library of Congress, last year or something, but they never did.
Oh.
And I've been
Is it because they realized it was offensive?
No, everybody knows that. It's about Jerry Lewis playing a clown in the Holocaust. By all accounts, it was just a disaster, and he wanted it destroyed. And, yeah. Harry Shearer, the guy who does Mr. Burns on The Simpsons, apparently saw an assembly cut and was like, This is rough, man. I'm sorry, totally unrelated. Goodfellas.
No, but interesting. So you can just go to the Library of Congress and there's books there?
Yeah.
And you can check them out?
Yes.
Really? Interesting.
Okay. Have you guys seen National Treasure?
No, I don't like Nicolas Cage.
Well, there's a scene where Nicolas Cage and, Ben and Riley are at the library.
Who's Ben and Riley?
They're Nicolas Cage. I don't know the actor's name who plays Riley.
Oh, but not like Ben Franklin?
No.
And Riley Franklin?
No. They're
Ben Franklin's long-lost brother or something?
No. They're at the Library of Congress looking at...
That wouldn't be that crazy for that series.
No. No, it wouldn't. But they're at the Library of Congress looking at, blueprints, not blueprints, but for how the Declaration of Independence is held, is sealed, and what it's in, because they're going to steal the Declaration of Independence. Because there's a secret map on the back of the Declaration.
Of course
of
there is. Naturally, what does the secret map of the Declaration of Independence lead to?
A really large treasure at the bottom of Trinity Church.
Where's Trinity Church?
In New York City.
Oh. Let's go. So, Goodfellas. Goodfellas stars Ray Liotta, R.I.P., as Henry Hill, also R.I.P. Henry Hill died in 2012.
No, Ray Liotta died in 2012.
No, Ray Liotta just died a few years ago.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm looking at okay, never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Robert De Niro plays Jimmy Conway. Jimmy Conway's real-life name was James Burke. James Burke died in 1996, and guess where he died?
prison.
In prison, thank you.
I kind of saw what they put him in prison for, and it was for like rigging college basketball games.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like he did worse things probably.
Well, it's what they
exactly.
Like,
it's what they can get you for.
It's like it's like getting Al Capone for tax evasion.
Yeah. So I think he only ended up getting like, when Henry Hill testifies in 1980, I think he only ends up getting like 4 years for the basketball stuff, but then they added on a life sentence for all the murders.
Yeah.
Joe Pesci, who won an Oscar for this, for Best Supporting Actor, stars as Tommy DeVito, not the Giants quarterback at one point, whose real life name was Thomas James DeSimone. Thomas James DeSimone is still considered disappeared.
Oh.
He disappeared in 1979. It's believed that he was murdered as retribution for the murder of Billy Batts and another man who were members of the John Gotti family. Another theory, which the film does not touch on, is that many in the life believe that James Burke actually had Tommy killed because they believed he was an informant. But which goes against everything that like Henry Hill says in the book, though.
Yeah.
So
there wouldn't be any point to putting it in the movie.
Right, yeah. And Lorraine Bracco as Karen Hill, also a Sopranos, a lot of Sopranos people in this.
Oh, yeah. I mean, David Chase was directly inspired by this for The Sopranos, so it's no big shock that he scalped a lot of the cast members.
Yeah. Who is she in The Sopranos? Because I've never...
She's therapist,
the
Dr.
therapist,
Melfi.
Yeah. Yeah. And then Paul Sorvino as Paulie Cicero, real life name Paul Varlo. He died in 1998. Can you guess where?
Prison?
Yeah, you got it. So, Goodfellas. Let's talk about it. What you guys think?
This movie's a bullet. Just like it has the most hyperactive style, and it sustains it all the way through. Mm-hmm. Like I don't know. It's such a beautiful, entertaining time. It's so rich and filled with detail, and just like I've seen this movie like 20 times. I can just play it in my head from start to finish, more or less. But like I don't know. I love this thing.
Yeah.
Well, The Godfather is my favorite gangster movie, but Goodfellas is definitely a close number 2. Joe Pesci's character is terrifying in this movie.
He's psychotic,
especially in the I'm jumping ahead, but in the bar scene with Ray Liotta's character, when that whole scene, it's like, oh my God, he's going to snap at him. He's going to kill him. This is not good. And then it diffuses the entire scene. It's great. Joe Pesci deservedly won for that scene. So the scene that Katie is referencing is they're at this restaurant, and Ray Liotta's character says to Joe Pesci's character, "You're a funny guy," and Joe Pesci starts saying, like, funny how? Funny like I'm a clown? What do you mean by funny? Yeah. I'm funny? Oh, sorry. Funny how? Blah, blah, blah. So,
you ever see this movie edited on cable?
I have not. Is it terrible?
Yeah. Every other word, just silence.
Yeah.
So, this scene is one of the few scenes that isn't actually based on Henry Hill's life. It's actually based on something that happened to Joe Pesci himself.
Really?
Yeah. When Joe Pesci was younger, he used to work at a restaurant in New York, a restaurant that was frequented by people in this life. Mobsters, as some might say. One day, he said to somebody, "Hey, you're a funny guy," and I guess it didn't go as well as Joe Pesci had hoped. Pesci actually told this story to Martin Scorsese, and Scorsese loved it as an introduction to Tommy. And when they shot the scene, Scorsese only told like Ray Liotta and obviously Joe Pesci knew that they were going to do this. Everyone else did not know it was going to happen. So it wasn't actually in the script.
Wow. That's wonderful.
I like it. Well, then that then accounts for everybody's like actual reaction of like, oh my God, what's going on?
Those are the
what's
kinds
going
of
to
things
happen?
I love.
Yeah.
Because like I like learning about like behind the scene moments where people are ad-libbing. Like with the Stranger Things cast, a lot of moments were ad-libbed or improvised by the actor, like sort of in staying like with their truth about what their character would have done. And I think moments like that add more of that realism.
Oh yeah.
You know, it is an amazing scene. I personally, and I know this is going to be a that's the whole point moment, but I had a really hard time with this movie because the characters are so despicable and sort of like how life is treated so cheaply for many of these people, which is obviously realistic in many respects with people who are in this lifestyle. Mm-hmm. But all I kept thinking too with regards to Ray Liotta's character is like, oh, you know, as a young boy, yes, this is glamorous, but is this really what you want? And how I kept on thinking of the biblical saying, "Those who live by the sword die by it," and I'm like, that is so true. I was like, oh, you're digging the holes like so badly for yourself.
Yeah.
And just how things just go like downhill so quickly, and the whole montage of when
with all the murders from after the heist.
Yes.
Yeah, to Layla.
Yeah, like all those murders. And I think what also shocked me too was that when they killed the wife of the guy alongside him, and I was talking to my parents.
Was that because she bought the coat?
Yeah.
But I thought that. I thought that was the one where like he bought the car for her. Did he also?
Okay.
Oh, was it the car guy? Yeah.
Yeah,
it could have been the car guy. Yeah.
Yeah. But it was just so horrifying because like when you see the kids slowly walking towards something that you don't see yet, and then you see what they're seeing. And I was talking to my dad because like both of my parents are Sicilian and the Sicilian mafia is very different from the Sicilian mob over here or the mob in general. My dad was saying, you don't know who the Godfather is. He was like saying he could literally be arrested and like no one would even know because it's not the way here where for the most part you knew like when Gotti was like he was the God. Mm-hmm. It's not the same thing. It's culturally very different. But I was talking to my parents like I'm surprised they killed a woman. I was like I wouldn't think they would necessarily do that. And my parents were like, in Sicily, the mafia will kill everyone. Women, kids, it really does not matter.
Yeah.
But I thought it was slightly, like, the ethics code was a little different. So I think that's also why I was so shocked when you see the wife there.
Yeah.
It was genuinely such a horrifying moment, or even, like, the bodies in the garbage trucks. Mm-hmm. It was just like, wow, he's just basically making sure there are no loose ends.
Yeah, exactly what he's doing, yeah.
And I also
Jimmy's not even technically a mafia guy.
No.
Yeah.
No, he can't be.
Yeah, and I also felt sorry for the guy with the toupee.
Bernie. I love Bernie.
I just felt so bad to a certain extent. I was like, oh, like I was kind of thinking it was gonna happen sooner, but like that build up to the car reminds me in The Godfather. When Michael has his brother-in-law killed.
Maury. I'm sorry. Maury, yeah.
I wouldn't have realized that. Like when
I was going to say, wasn't his name Marty? So I wasn't even thinking there's very
way. He was with an M.
Yeah.
When he has like his brother-in-law killed, it's a very similar kind of moment where I think the brother-in-law realizes something is a little off, and then it happens, and it just happens so quickly. Like, I thought they were gonna, like, garrote him, or however the term is. I was like, oh, what are they? It's like, oh, no, he used an ice pick. And I was just like, the whole thing is, like, just terrifying. I was like, oh, my God.
And then the wife comes to the Hills house for comfort, and everyone's like, I don't know, he probably ran out because you're annoying. Like, oh, my God.
As he's all coked up and stuff like that.
Yeah. But there also were a lot of moments of humor. Like, even in the most, I'm sad moments or...
Thinking about the scene where, like, Maury's annoying them somehow, and Jimmy starts choking him out, and Henry can't stop laughing because his toupee fell off.
Yeah.
And it's terrible.
It's a wonderful scene.
Yeah. I also like when Joe Pesci's character goes to visit his mom, his mom, like...
The Scorsese.
That's Scorsese's mom. Yeah.
Okay, I don't mean to. Okay, but the mom and I was like, you can't be that dumb. Like, yes, there could be some women generally dumb, like don't know anything. But come on, mom, you're not that dumb. But the whole scene kind of annoyed me because like I was half expecting someone to smack her, which I know they would not have done. But I was like, she was annoying me too.
Really? That was like my favorite scene of the movie.
I mean, it is funny, but at the same time, like I was kind of Hill in that moment where it's like, oh. Like, can we just get this over with? Like, we just, like, be quiet. Like, because it's true, like, the fact that you don't want to eat because I'm sure he's nervous. And that would be me. Like, I'd be like, no, like, the food's good. But
I would always want to eat. Yeah.
I love when she's ragging on him for being quiet.
Yeah.
And
when are you going to get a nice girl? Oh, no, she says that to his son. Her son, right?
And he goes, I always have nice girls. Every night I have nice girls. Then she shows the painting or whatever.
Oh, that's hilarious.
About the guy who never talks. And, his wife tells him, you never talk. And he says, what do you want me to say? My wife 2 times me. And then she says, shut up. You're always talking.
I also like when Joe asked for the knife. He goes, we hit a deer. And I like how he goes, and his what is this, the paw. And the guy goes, no, like it's the hoof. I just like the back where like the hoof got caught. I need to, it's a sin. And I'm like, meanwhile, it's like he has the body and I was like, it is really funny, though, considering how horrifying it is, because they've just, he wasn't dead, which is even more, but it's just like, the whole back and forth, how it's treated so you could just sit down and have a meal when you're going to bury someone. I just thought it was like, those are like the comedic moments which add a little bit of levity where it's like, this is genuinely horrifying. Yeah. And these people don't care at all, like, what they're doing. Yeah. I was like, oh.
Yeah, I really like that scene. It reminds me of, like when we would go to my grandmother's, like, no matter what, it was like, oh, come on, you guys are hungry? You're hungry? And we'd be like, no, we just had breakfast or something. She'd be like, I'll make you some food. Yeah. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to eat. Yeah.
My grandma was like that when she was younger, and I was younger. And it's like, okay.
That's the love language for
It is the love language.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It's interesting that you talk about it being horrifying. And there are some really horrifying moments. And Joe and I were talking about the scene with Karen and Jimmy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, when he's trying to get her to go look at the coats.
Yeah. And she knows exactly something's going on.
See, so that's the thing. It's like she's like it's the uncertainty of it though. Yeah. I think that is the real thing, because like Joe and I were talking. It's like, this is a family that you've been going on vacations with. You're best friends with them. But he's a cold-blooded killer. I mean, this guy is a monster.
Yeah.
And I mean, she could have easily had said no right from the beginning. He's like, I got some nice new coats in. Why don't you go check them out? She's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, really, Karen? Really?
I love Karen, though. Lorraine Bracco is awesome in this.
Yeah. No, she's really good in this.
I love her narration, too. I think that's really good stuff when she's talking about all the other mob wives.
Yeah.
Oh, the mob wives.
I think that's why I also like this movie.
Their children.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's like another thing that I like about this movie is because you get like their perspective, like the wives' perspectives as well, as opposed to just the mob members. It's a good like juxtaposition look at it. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, and I mean, the women are basically just discarded and treated terribly in this movie.
Yeah.
You really do feel bad for Karen. I mean, the scene where she's holding the gun to him, but she actually, she loves him. I mean, it's hard for her.
Two scenes I think about with regard to that is there's a scene when Henry's mistress is showing off her apartment that he's paying for to all of her friends, and he just starts looking at one of her friends and he's like moving at her
like a piece of meat,
like an animal.
Yeah.
It's really freaky.
Yeah.
And then later on, there's a bit where Jimmy is telling Henry like, oh, he's gotta go away for a little bit because the wives, they're commiserating. We can't have that. We can't have them commiserating.
And it's this weird thing too, because like there's the talk about family that you have to. It's funny how, like, on one hand he's emphasizing because there's no divorce. We're not going to divorce. He says we're not animals.
Yeah.
He goes, and you have a family. I said, yeah, you have a family, but you have no qualms, none of you men, about, like, basically saying you're not animals, but yet you're cheating on your wife, which I'm sure most of them knew.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
So, on the one hand, you're sort of saying, sanctimoniously to this willing guy, you can't do that. You can't leave. And I remember saying, oh, I want to smack you. Because the hypocrisy is just dripping off you or whatever. But yeah, it's like in that lifestyle, it's true. Like the women are disposable. I was even thinking about the mistress. I was like, and I understand he has money. I get it that for some women that would have been the major appeal. But I was talking to my dad, it's like, but why in your right mind though would you consider going with a man? Like there's no guarantee that he won't discard you, that you won't be collateral damage because of the lifestyle that he's in.
Well, I would argue.
know.
Look at when they started dating. They're supposed to be young. I know Ray Liotta looks like he's 45.
I was about the mistress.
Oh, the mistress. Yeah. Well, I think it's about just he's able to give her a lifestyle that maybe she wouldn't be able to get on her own.
Yeah, so money and power. There's a certain sense of power also within that type of relationship too.
Like being able to walk into a restaurant and getting the best seat in the house even when you don't have a reservation and stuff like that.
Right.
You know, that kind of thing is appealing for somebody that's never experienced that, I think.
Right.
And then
a lot of Karen's monologues, kind of focus on the seductive quality of it. Like even when that guy tries to assault her and he beats him savagely.
Yeah.
And, he
pistol whips him.
That's the same thing as The Godfather when Sonny goes to his...
And that guy's a dirtbag, you know. I'm not out here defending him, but for her, it's like when the violence is turned into a protective thing, it's attractive. But then at the same time, it can be turned on her.
Yeah.
People who are violent tend to be violent.
Right.
You know?
Right. It's like a whole white knight kind of a thing.
Yeah, but that's funny when she told him about the whole and he grew up and said, "Oh, that guy is dead." I remember thinking he's dead, and even the whole scene really reminded me of the Godfather film, like the scene where Sonny first confronts his brother-in-law and they're playing games and he just beats the crap out of him.
That's great. When it's just the kids are playing in the hider and stuff.
Yeah.
He deserved it though. So.
Yes, he did.
And I think something that Scorsese does a really good job of in all his movies that are in this genre is he's not glamorizing anything.
No.
You know what I mean? Like what he's trying to do is he's showing why people get into it.
Yeah.
And why people do the things that they do. But then ultimately, I mean, there are no happy endings. I mean, there's no, there's no.
I don't know. For this, the ending makes me angry.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it's Henry saying, "Now I have to live just like the rest of you," and that's the worst punishment I could ever receive. Like it's him fully just from this place of ridiculous privilege, because he sold out even just the basic tenets of his criminal lifestyle to get a cushy house in a. But oh no, the Italian food's kind of bad. So
I got noodles and ketchup.
You know,
where does it say that they go? Does it say?
It doesn't say where they go, but it's implied to be just some somewhere. Midwest, anonymous place. And funny enough, there's another movie from 1990 about Henry Hill that was written by Nick Pileggi's wife, Nora Ephron. My Blue Heaven, which is a more comedic take on it, where it's Steve Martin as the Henry Hill figure and Rick Moranis as the FBI agent.
Awesome.
Oh, that's hysterical.
We gotta check that out.
I love the scene too with the FBI agent. Mm-hmm. I just love it how she said, "You mean I can't see my mother?" I feel like saying, "What part of witness protection are you not?" I was saying that. I feel like saying that. Yeah. And I like how the guy says, "Don't give me the whole doe-eyed look." He says, "We heard the tapes. You're not innocent." I basically see he's just frustrated. I just want to get this over with. Give us what we need. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I don't want to see you again. It's this whole scene where they're trying to negotiate. He's you don't have wiggle room. This is not negotiable.
But yeah, for Scorsese when he's in this mode about when it's about just a very successful horrific guy.
Yeah.
The endings tend to acknowledge that okay, these people are never going to face real consequences.
Yeah.
They will be spiritually empty. They will be they will be unhappy, but they're never going to face anything worse than what the average person faces. Wolf of Wall Street ends in a similar way. Where he goes to prison and it's been built up the whole movie, and then it's a joke. It's a country club prison. And then he gets to give his seminars and influence a whole generation to think like him.
Yeah. I will say in real life, Henry Hill.
He was pathetic.
Yeah. So his testifying led to 50 convictions of his associates. After which Hill and his family obviously were placed in witness protection. After the events of Goodfellas, in 1978, Hill was convicted of cocaine trafficking in a federal court in Seattle and was actually expelled from the witness protection program. And then 3 years after that, his wife Karen finally filed for divorce.
Wow.
He was also arrested again in 2004 for having drug paraphernalia in an airport. He did write several books. He made public appearances. I think he was at like the Goodfellas 1 of the anniversaries or something.
He did a lot of talking and just like I can't take anything he says as reality because it's just like this is a guy looking to self-aggrandize and get some money off of the fact that there was a famous movie made about him.
He did.
He made a cookbook.
He did write a cookbook. I think is it called Wise Guys?
The Wise Guy Cookbook.
Yeah, the Wise Guy Cookbook.
My favorite recipes from my life as a good fella to cooking on the run.
Yeah. And he later died of a heart attack. I think I said already. Which honestly, when you get out of witness protection, you figure he would have been assassinated right away. But maybe he was too famous at that point because the movie. Well, I guess the movie came out 3 years later after he was expelled from
I think the book was a pretty big hit, too. So.
True. The book was obviously written earlier. Yeah, that's true. And that I did want to mention the heist, the Lufthansa heist. Yeah, that actually was a real thing. Mm-hmm. That took place at JFK. On December 11, 1978, and an estimated $5.8 million was stolen, with $5 million in cash and then about almost $1 million in jewelry. And it was the largest cash robbery committed in the U.S. at the time.
Yep.
I think today that would have equaled $32 million. I thought I saw, which is just insane. Can you imagine stealing $32 million?
No.
I loved everything about this movie, but I love Robert De Niro in this movie. Mm-hmm. I mean, Robert De Niro also he tried to go method for this movie, so he would call Pileggi and Scorsese and say how did Jimmy hold his cigarette? Mm-hmm. What would he have done in this situation? What would he have done in this situation? De Niro's horrifying. What's the song that's playing during the zoom into him? Is it Smoke on the Water?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, and
no, it's Sunshine of Your Love.
Yeah. And just he just
when he starts wearing the glasses, it's man.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's just got this air of confidence to him, but also psychoticness to him that you're just kind of I'm a little scared of you. I don't know that I want to be in a car with you.
And it's so subtle and underplayed, that part of him, which just makes it even more terrifying.
And I think when you first see him and you compare it to Joe Pesci, where Joe Pesci is the one where he basically has no point, his psychotic and craziness and his off-hinged is there for everyone to see.
Oh yeah.
The other guy, it's more subtle.
Yeah.
You can trust him. Oh, he won't lose his mind. And I think it's sort of and I keep on going back to Godfather because it reminds me of Michael and Sonny, where Sonny was the one
hothead.
basically the hothead, where everyone's you're gonna ruin things, and then Mike was more the reasonable one, and he turned out to be sort of the more sinister of the two, and the one where I have to be afraid of you, not Sonny.
Yeah.
And I think it's those kinds of characters that make things more interesting because you don't know how unhinged they'll get.
Yeah.
But when he started choking the toupee man, I felt so bad. I was we're just you're gonna give me money. He goes, I promise. And I was oh, he's finally gonna kill this guy.
I love the moron civilians in mob movies who get involved, like Artie in The Sopranos.
Yeah.
Artie Bucco is this restaurant owner who they go to his restaurant, so he thinks he's buddies with them.
Oh,
and they just hate him. They find him really annoying.
Yeah.
And
yeah, except for Tony.
Yeah,
and he Artie borrows money from he borrows money from someone you shouldn't borrow money from, and Tony's why didn't you just come to me? I'm yeah, Artie, come on. Tony wouldn't have killed Artie. I'm sorry, now we're going off on The Sopranos.
Yeah.
But Tony wouldn't have killed Artie, but this other guy, I forget who he borrows money from. Maybe it was
Tony does burn down his restaurant though.
He does. Yeah. Fair.
For the insurance.
He made sure nobody was in it, though.
Yeah. Well, that's nice of him. That's thoughtful.
So yeah, I really love I love De Niro in this. Just a couple of other things. So we already mentioned the dinner. That was Scorsese's mother. Scorsese's father was also in this.
Yeah, he's the guy who pops Tommy.
Oh, was he? I thought he's the guy that is making the sauce. Is he the guy that pops?
No, yeah, he's like the bald guy.
Oh, yeah, the bald guy. Yeah. Oh, maybe it's the same guy in both scenes then. But I thought he was. So that's awesome. Yeah. So Scorsese's giving roles to his parents. I like that.
But
and
he's
then
done that in other films too, where
yeah,
family
they
members
pop up
have,
a lot.
Yeah.
As parents,
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember them in other.
Yeah, they're in Casino. They're in.
yeah?
They do narration at the end of Taxi Driver.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow.
Cool.
Yeah. I think they're Iris's parents.
Oh really?
In the letter at the end. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Wow. Okay. The dinner. Not the dinner. What am I talking about now? Oh, the scene where Tommy kills Spider is also totally improvised.
Who was Spider again?
Michael Imperioli, the kid who Tommy shoots.
Oh, I felt so bad for that guy.
Yeah, of course.
Talking back to him once.
Yeah. Also, I like, like, nobody in that scene, like, does anything. They're like, De Niro's like, yeah, what the is wrong with you?
Yeah, after he kills the child.
Yeah.
They're like, Tommy, what you do?
Yeah. And it's like maybe I think that they just don't think that he's actually that crazy to kill him.
Yeah.
But like they should realize that this guy is just that crazy.
He shot him in the foot at that point.
Yeah.
The scene at the beginning when De Niro's like handing out all that money when you first see him, that's like real money. And I guess they had to. One of the crew members had like $5,000 in cash on them for some reason. That seems sketchy to me.
Yeah.
It fell off the truck.
But so they used that guy's money for De Niro to be like handing it out to everyone and throwing it around and everything like that. And they wouldn't let anybody leave until every dollar was given back to the crew worker. Apparently,
that's good.
Yeah.
So who was responsible for keeping track of which extra he handed things to?
I think they probably just locked the door until the guy had the full count.
You're coming out with your staying here with me.
Yeah, so
I love that scene though. That is a great scene.
Yeah. So I think this movie's great. I mean, it's arguably considered one of the greatest movies I think ever made. I think most people would argue it's in some. I'm sure it's on top 100 lists.
I'm sure it's on the AFI like movies to like 1001 movies you should see before you die.
Probably.
Another scene I love when Henry's out of his mind on drugs and he goes to Jimmy's house and Jimmy's like, "Stop putting that stuff in. It's making your head into mush."
Yeah. Yeah.
Or the helicopter chasing him.
Yeah. Fantastic sequence.
Also, unpopular probably, and I probably would have splurged on some stuff too. What are you doing spending the money?
I know, yeah.
Like, it's too soon. It's too hot.
That's why they all had to be murdered.
Yeah. Like, I kind of agree with Jimmy. Like, now, granted, I wouldn't want to murder everyone.
The thing is, Jimmy knows these guys are dumb.
Yeah.
Nobody in this movie is intelligent.
No.
Like,
but I think that's also very realistic. That's why there's always going to be those at the top of and then there's the grunts because we can't trust you to like tie your shoelaces properly. Because when I first saw it, I was like, oh, they're all gonna die. It's true. It's like you got the car and you got the coat. I like how he's like, let me see that coat. And he's just taking it off the wife. Like, let me just like try the coat. Yeah. And my dad was like saying, unfortunately, there are stupid people like in this. I don't want to call it line of work. But he says that's the problem. Yeah, that's the problem. I was saying there are stupid people.
the babysitter.
Oh yeah.
She can't fly without her lucky hat.
Yeah, I would have been so pissed at her. I'd be like, are you kidding me? Your lucky hat.
But I like how that's the look he's giving her.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna drive her to her house, and the wife goes, for the hat? I just love that whole.
Yeah.
Like, it was like, are you serious? Like, it was. There are those moments that I enjoyed where it's like, oh, you're kidding me. And also, the minute you start doing the product you're selling, I was like, that's like I said, forget about it. It's like you're not going to be able to keep anything straight. You're not going to be able to be as stealthy as you think you're going to be or whatever. And it's that's like, so that was his downfall too. First of all, getting into drugs was a problem, which I know the mafia generally didn't want to really be involved in narcotics.
Yeah, correct.
And he should have listened to Paulie when Paulie said, don't get involved in drugs, but he didn't listen to Paulie.
That's what it's all about, not listening.
So I was like,
it also just shout out to the soundtrack.
Yeah.
It must have cost a mint, but very much worth it. When they're killing Billy Bats to Atlantis, amazing.
Yeah.
It really, it's just I think excellent on all fronts.
Yeah, I mean the music actually like really sets the tone, number one, but also number two says what decade you're in also. Yeah.
And I also like the scene with Billy Bats, which is the guy that knew Joe Pesci's character when he was just shining shoes. Yeah. But that reveal of Joe Pesci's background, and I was like, well, it makes sense now. You have an inferiority complex.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, he's also like 5 foot.
Yeah, so it's like, so I loved that moment where even someone who like holds himself to such a standard almost became a little boy in front of that guy. And I was like saying, oh, well, you're going to die too.
Oh, yeah.
It's only a matter of time. Because it's brilliantly acted, because you can immediately see his face fall and how he doesn't even want to initially go greet the man when he first sees him.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just brilliantly done. It's like, well, it's like that makes everything else make so much more sense.
Yeah, and then it's like when the guy says in like one of the final scenes, go grab your shoebox. It's like,
grab your shine box.
Yeah, shine box. Yeah. It's like, oh no.
I said, you're going
Oh
to
no,
die.
you shouldn't have said that.
See, I love that because it's like that. Maybe not if I felt like my life was going to be in danger, but I'm the kind of person that would take it the next step and say something back to somebody.
Oh yeah, Louis,
so
we all know.
Problematic in the family then.
Yeah, but like not like in a life or death situation. If I thought it was going to be funny, I might cross that line and say something like I shouldn't say. Yeah. And so like I love that he says that. Yeah. Because you just sometimes you're just set up so nicely where you just have to say it.
Yeah. I guess,
I'm gonna shout out some of the film nerd stuff going on in here because Scorsese is the premier film nerd. But the bit at the end with Tommy shooting at the camera as just kind of the specter haunting Henry, that's lifted directly from The Great Train Robbery, a silent western from like the very early 1900s.
Wow.
That's it there. The editing style is very influenced by the opening of Jules and Jim, a Francois Truffaut film from the early 60s. That opens with that same sort of like manic burst of energy, a lot of bizarre editing tricks, and just like,
You know what kind of confused me though? Well, maybe it's because Hill must have thought the guy was dead. The opening scene, which then you later go back to, and like when you hear the guy thumping in the trunk, he goes, "What is that? I hit something." I was like, but you don't realize you have a body in your trunk.
Well, yeah.
But maybe he didn't think.
They thought he was dead.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
they thought he was dead.
That whole moment was like, did we hit something? Like how concerned they all are, and then they stopped. Like, I think realized, we still.
No, is it the thing?
Yeah. I thought that was really funny.
That's another thing I like is when Paulie's like, there's a scene where Paulie comes up to him. And again, just comical stuff, and it's been ribbed on like so many times now. But it's like, you check about that thing? Which thing? The upstate thing or the other thing? And he's like, no, the other thing in the other place. And he's like, oh yeah, I checked it on about that. Yeah, after I did the other thing. Yeah.
There's a great because obviously they were talking in code a lot. There's a great excerpt from a tape on Henry Hill's Wikipedia page of him talking to a connection for drugs. You know the golf club and the dogs you gave me in return? Yeah. Can you still do that? Same kind of golf clubs? No golf clubs. Can you still give me the dogs if I can pay for the golf clubs? Yeah, sure. You front me the shampoo and I'll front you the dog pills. What time tomorrow? Anytime after 12. You won't hold my lady friend up? No. Somebody will just exchange dogs.
Wow.
I don't know what any of that means, but I love it.
Well, that's how like they one of the reasons I think why they were able to get the mafia, I don't know in what year in this country, because most of the time everything was said in Sicilian. So they actually got an informant or someone that translated everything that was being said. So the FBI was finally able to get them, like, oh, now we can understand what you're saying. So that makes a lot of sense, because I would hope you'd have some kind of code if you're doing stuff like this.
Yeah, I would hope so.
You know, code that makes some sort of sense to you, but is not that obvious. So I love stuff like that. It's like Cockney rhyming slang. I just love that so much, how creative people can get, especially when you're committing crime. The creativity just flows out of people, like to figure out ways to do things. It's when we're at our best, I think.
Criminals are always a step ahead.
I know, like we're so creative when we're criminals. But I love that whole thing. But yeah, like, one of the scenes too that was making me nervous was when he's like tripping or like the helicopter and he's convinced, the wife says, oh, you're probably just paranoid. He goes, I like all the gaslighting that's happening. Oh, you're just paranoid. He goes, no, the thing has been following me. You're just paranoid. But he's all like sweating when he goes to the doctor. He goes, are you okay? I thought he was going to kill the doctor. And because at that point I was like, I think anything is probably, goes, you want to see? He goes, no, he's just literally just like dripping in sweat because that's how nervous he is. I even forgot he had a brother. Like when I saw the brother, I guess he has family outside of this. Like I completely forgot about the brother.
Henry does too. Henry doesn't care about his family.
Yeah,
like, he doesn't mention the birth of his children at all.
No, nope.
They're all incidental. They're things he had to do. So his mom's words were prophetic too. When he comes in like that snazzy suit and he goes, you look like a gangster.
Yep.
It's a nice suit.
It is a nice suit. Yeah. But it's also, it's interesting how, like, with all their standards, like, silence is valued, loyalty is valued, or whatever. And, like, he says, like, when he first time he doesn't snitch, when he's selling, he's like, oh, and, like, how it's almost like you think he had the greatest lifetime achievement of it, and it's like, oh, he didn't snitch. But, So that's what I was thinking of.
He did in the end, though.
He did.
He did, yes.
He sang like
royally.
He sang like a canary.
And I like how offended he got when basically the guy was calling him a rat. I said, but that's what you are.
I do like that was their legal defense.
Yeah.
They said, this guy is a rat.
Yeah.
We shouldn't trust him. And it's like, what? That's not how law works.
But I was even pissed off when they go to prison and they're living such cushy lives. But my dad was like saying, but often it says that's how it works. You pay enough people. Like they're cooking sauce. And I like how... Like, the other guy's just, like, Paulie's cutting the garlic.
Real thin garlic.
Like, really...
Like, bringing in lobster.
Yeah, really dedicated to that. The way he's so, like, I love...
He's got nothing but time, so...
I know, but I loved if that was, like, an intentional choice. Like, because the way he's just carefully cutting the slices.
Yeah, they talk about it. How it liquefies in the pan.
But I just love that, how, like, intent he is. Like, he's just so... But he's still, like you say, is directing people as he's cutting or whatever. Which I think also goes to show why he's in charge. Because he can multitask, and he's aware of where everyone is in the room, which I think is an also interesting kind of thing with that scene, where even though he's not looking at anyone, it's like, and watch how you do this. I know how to, and also, I loved that scene. It was well done, where basically, like, even if he's not looking, he knows where you are, and he knows where things have to go. Yeah. So that's why Paulie's in charge, because he has the brains, you know, and everything. So it's just really fun. I like the old guy with his like shorts and his really long socks. Very Italian thing. The long socks up to the knee.
The sandals.
My dad does that. Like the long socks up
really?
He doesn't do the sandals yet. But I just love that. I like the little moments. But when my dad saw the whole wives thing, he goes like, what are these people? He says, they're not Italians. Like, they're Italian Americans.
Yeah.
But I just love it. Like all the eyeshadow and how it's like Hill's wife is just looking at all these like, oh my God, like what have I gotten myself into or whatever. And did no one else know she was Jewish?
Oh yeah, she was Jewish.
Oh, okay. Because one of the women made a throwaway comment, so I thought it was almost like, oh, like, okay, for some reason I didn't realize that something you okay. Yeah. She was Jewish, okay. Yeah. But yeah, like the whole thing where they're talking about they hate their kids and all that, it was just funny scene.
Yeah, she's just lying to her parents about Henry being Jewish.
Yeah.
But I feel like at this point the parents, I'm sure, must have caught on. Like,
Yeah,
I was like, oh, wow.
It was a different time, Simona. Different time.
But I just like how she covers up his cross, like, because that's the thing she doesn't want them to know.
Yeah.
Not his lifestyle choices.
His religion,
No, lifestyle choices, though, we can deal with that. The religion, no.
Well, no, they hate him.
Too.
Oh, but I love it. I love how our parents, like, don't give two shits, about, like, they know what he's about or what everything. So, but I love how the dad says nothing as he's sitting on the couch, but the mom is saying, "Your dad never like left me," and she's like, "Dad never left the house," or like all the back and forth. And the dad's just like sitting there, content to watch everything happen.
That's all you can do. I don't know if he's content, but
just watch.
Just no willpower.
Yeah.
What are we rating this out of?
Let's do it out of
baseball bats.
Sure.
Yeah. How about Goodfellas?
Oh yeah, Goodfellas.
Baseball bats.
Baseball bats.
Baseball bats. All right. You want to go first, Lou, since it was your pick?
Sure. 5 out of 5 for me. Obviously, this is a great movie, one of the best ever. If you liked this, I'm gonna throw a little curveball at you. Like obviously, The Departed, I enjoy. Godfather is the best movie ever made. Whichever one is the first one, analyze this or analyze that. It's stupid. I know it's stupid, but it's so stupid that it's funny, and it's De Niro again
and Billy Crystal.
And Billy Crystal's in it, and it's more a spoof on The Sopranos than it is on Goodfellas.
It came out before The Sopranos.
Yeah.
Did it really?
It came out before The Sopranos.
Oh shoot! Wow.
Yeah. It's Billy Crystal is a therapist, and Robert De Niro is the godfather, some mobster, and he's going to therapy to manage his anger. And
yeah, thank you for stepping on my feet there. Yeah.
You're all,
But it's just hilarious. There's one scene where they're expecting somebody to come or something like that. And,
it's been a long time since I've seen the movie, but yeah.
And De Niro's like right hand man is like, oh, he's not going to be able to make it. He committed suicide. And Billy Crystal's like, oh my God, what happened? And he's like, he stabbed himself in the back 4 times and threw himself off the bridge. So it's just funny.
Yeah.
But if you like this, you might get a laugh out of that.
Yeah.
Stabbed himself.
Well, 5 out of 5 baseball bats or Goodfellas or however you want to rate it. It's like I said, it's like my second favorite gangster movie, only really close behind Godfather. Yeah, everyone's spectacular in this. Really great casting choices, really great acting choices. It's just all around a good time.
So I would give it 3 out of 5. While there are moments I enjoy, it was a very tough film to get through. Like, it was just like, oh, like these people are so despicable. I just want them all to die or go to jail or whatever. But,
and they do.
They do.
Which I liked. I was like, oh, that's nice. Yeah, like I said, a lot of great moments, terrifically acted. There's no doubt about that. The acting is top notch in this film. But yeah, 3 out of 5.
5 out of 5 for me. Yeah. What else can I say? It's fantastic.
Yeah.
For my recommendation, I'm going to go with another gangster film from the same year, King of New York, with Christopher Walken, directed by Abel Ferrara. This movie was a huge influence on Biggie. The name Frank White comes from it, which he called himself often.
Yeah, wow, okay.
Yeah, it's a really dope movie.
I've never even heard of that.
It's just a brutal, efficient crime film, directed with a lot of style and a lot of New York sleaze. That I can't recommend it enough. Abel Ferrara, one of the greats. Check him out in a great performance in Marty Supreme.
Oh yeah. Oh
yeah.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, all right. Take us out. Thank
you guys for watching, and let us know what you think of Goodfellas, and just makes me want to eat chicken parm. So go get some chicken parm. See you next time.